So this past Tuesday on July 8th, I was down in Kerrville and Hunt, Texas, along the Guadalupe River, where there's a lot of disaster relief efforts going on because of the floods that came through the area, devastating floods on July 4th. And my purpose for being down there was to make an assessment in order to deploy disaster relief teams from my church and through my organization into that area over the next few weeks. I've got about 15 years worth of experience with disaster relief. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do have a lot of experience. The number one question that I've been getting from a lot of you, and I've gotten a lot of texts and calls asking about giving and donating to nonprofits that are doing disaster relief in the area. So my piece of advice for you is to always vet a nonprofit before you give them any money. You can do that online. You can go to their website, read about them, but then do an internet search, and you can find out a lot of information about these organizations, what they do, where they're operating, and how they use the money. The newer organizations, the newer nonprofits may not have a lot of information out there on the web, but don't be afraid to call them. Call the executive director and find out what they're doing and how they're using their money or using their donations. So, all obviously, you want to be generous, but you want to be generous and be wise. So, be wise with your giving. And we've set up a resource on forgeroom.org. There's a page where I am populating links to vetted nonprofits that are operating down in the disaster area in Central Texas from the flooding. And I'm going to update that regularly so that there will be nonprofits where you can be confident that your money's going to the right place, the right people, and you're having an impact through your giving. So always take a moment before you give and vet the organization. You can go to forgeroom.org and check out the ones that we're linking to on that page. And I have some good news. We also set up a designated fund, a disaster fund through ForgeRoom. So if you're not quite confident about giving to an organization or you don't have time to vet organizations, then you can give to our disaster fund, and we will disperse those funds to vetted organizations that are right there doing the work. And also, we're deploying our own teams. We on Tuesday we delivered a generator to a camp that needed to run their freezers and refrigerators because they were feeding staff members, volunteers, and even people from the community, but they didn't have power. So we took a big generator down there. We're able to bless that camp with that generator so they're able to feed people. The other thing is there's a lot of people that were flood victims that in the middle of the night, they escaped the flood in their homes, but they don't have phones. So we took several phones down there with calling plans so that they could contact their loved ones. And so that's some of the things that we're doing through the Forge Room Foundation. And when you go to that page on our website, anything that we give to in that disaster fund will be listed and itemized, whether it's a grant to a nonprofit, an organization operating in the area, or we actually purchase supplies to take down there and to give out to bless that community. So we will itemize everything that's given and all those dollars that go out the door to those organizations and the supplies that we're buying when we do our disaster relief operations. So always vet organizations. You can always reach out to me if you have questions. I'm happy to give you advice, give you information. And if you know of a great organization, share it with me. And as I learn more by going down there, I'm going to add to that list more nonprofits that I've vetted and that are doing great work down there. Because oftentimes there's small nonprofits that are really localized, that are doing awesome work, but you never hear about them. So those will be included as well. Go to forgeroom.org. You can go to that page and learn more about those nonprofits. They've been vetted, and just be generous. And so much devastation, but so much hope down there. I can't wait to go back down there with a team and start serving. And Texans helping Texans, and just blessing people with the love of Jesus and being his hands and feet and supporting our people down there. And so be generous. Thank you. I hope this is helpful, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Happy to help in any way I can. See ya.